Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is HockeyDuck3 and welcome to Tech Saturday episode 8, where today I'm going to be talking about the top 5 things that I want to see in the next Google flagship phone, which everyone is calling the Nexus 5. So without further ado, let's get started. So before I actually get to the top 5 list, I just want you guys to know I recently bought the Nexus 4 because, well, I thought it would be a good upgrade for my Nokia Lumia 810, and that it is. The only thing is my Nokia Lumia, when I brought the Nexus 4 home, didn't take it too kindly. Now, Windows Phone, you know I love you, and I would never lie to you. But with that being said, you should probably know, there is another. Windows Phone, don't be like that. So yeah, without further ado, let's actually get to the list. So coming in at number 5, Android 5.0. So everyone was expecting Android 5.0 at Google I/O this year, but instead they brought us Android 4.3, which my Nexus 4 is currently running. And Android 4.3, it was a small under the hood update. It brought a lot of good things. It brought us OpenGL 3, Bluetooth Smart Share, or I can't remember what it actually is called, but it was a good update. But I know a lot of people, including myself, we are waiting to see what Google has in store for us for Android 5.0, also known as Key Lime Pie. But yeah, I can't wait to see what Google brings us with Android 5.0, and I know that the Nexus 5 or the next Google flagship phone will most likely be bringing us Android 5.0 along with probably better hardware. So coming in at number 4, a better camera. Now honestly, I prefer the camera on my Nokia Lumia 810 instead of the camera on my Nexus 4. Not to say that the Nexus 4 camera is bad. The only thing that I really just do not like about the camera on the Nexus 4 is that it only takes pictures in 4:3. It does take 1080p video on the back, which is weird because in 1080p videos that is a 16:9 aspect ratio, but it can only take pictures in 4:3. Come on Google, you can do better than this. Alright, coming in at number 3, an SD card slot. Now, a lot of people really enjoy having the SD card slot. Right now, a lot of manufacturers are moving away from an SD card, except for like Samsung. Right now, they're the only company that I actually know that are keeping their plastic backing so you can remove them and put an SD card in them and whatnot. But with the Nexus 4, it only came in 8GB and a 16GB version, and for me, honestly, that's just not enough for me because I use about 5.8GB worth of music on my phone. So I'm glad I got the 16GB version, but you know, a lot of people, including myself, we need more than just 16 gigs. So Google, if you are somehow watching this video, please, for the love, put an SD card in your next flagship phone, or at least give us a 32GB version, because I'm pretty sure I would do well with a 32GB version. Alright, coming in at number 2, LTE. Now, this is most likely gonna come with the Nexus 5, but with the Nexus 4, it has HSPA+, and I thought at the time HSPA+ was good until I got my Nexus 4 and my mother's Note 2 running side by side. My phone has HSPA+, she has 4G LTE, and in my house we don't get the best of T-Mobile cell signal. We even have a cell signal booster, and that is pretty much the only reason why I was able to do this test. Without it, I wouldn't be able to do this test. But on my Nexus 4, I got 2.8 megabytes down, while on my mother's 4G LTE Note 2, she got 4.8. And for me, honestly, I prefer having faster speeds because, well, I don't like having slow speeds. I had CenturyLink in the past. I'm sticking with Comcast because I get 55 megabytes down with Comcast and 10 megabytes up. But yeah, they're probably gonna bring LTE, but if they don't, a lot of people are gonna be really disappointed. Alright, so before I get to the number one thing that I want to see changed in the Nexus 5, let's talk about the number one thing that I don't want to see changed in the Nexus 5. So, the number one thing that I don't want them to change in the next Google flagship phone is the screen. I love the screen right now. I think having that IPS 720p display is just perfect. I don't know why anyone would really need a 1080p screen on a phone. Maybe on a tablet or on a computer screen, but on a phone, do you really need 1080p? Alright, so the number one thing that I want Google to change in their next flagship phone, please, for the love, get a better battery. So, it has a relatively good battery, but something that I have to do with my Nexus 4 that I didn't have to do with my Nokia Lumia 810 was to bring the charger everywhere I go. Now, the reason why I have to bring a charger everywhere is because, well, since the Play Store is much bigger and it has more apps than the Windows Phone 8 store, I went on a downloading spree when I got this phone, and I downloaded a lot of games. Like, for example, I got Dead Trigger, Minecraft, Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies, Jetpack Joyride, Robot Unicorn Tech 2, Pac-Man, Uno, Temple Run, Words with Friends. I downloaded a lot of games, and since I like to play a lot of games on my phone, and the battery just drains quickly from it, and the phone kind of gets a little hot when gaming, I really hope that they fix this issue in the next Google flagship. Like, maybe if Motorola's making it instead of LG again, like everyone's thinking it's gonna be, maybe we can actually get a, like, Droid Max or whatever that Droid phone is where the battery lasts for 24 hours. I would absolutely love that battery, and I don't know how the battery lasts with gaming, but it's gotta be better than the Nexus 4. Alright, so that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If we could get 5 likes on this video, guys, that would be amazing. And let me know in the comment section, what are the 5 things or one thing that you want to see changed in the Nexus 5 or the next Google flagship phone. And that is it, and I will see you guys in my next video. This is your boy Hugdeck3, and I'm out. God bless.